evening, streamers, and thanks for joining us on the day after Christmas. This evening, we're going to be talking about something very exciting, something that Nick Schmidt is very passionate about. He loves golf and he loves the environment, and he is an entrepreneur on what he just called the cusp of something very amazing. Nick, thank you so much for being here this evening.
Thank you for having me.
Nick, you're a young guy. You're in your 20s, right?
I am. Just turned 26, actually.
Just turned 26, and what he's about to share with us is quite remarkable that you are able to pull this off. Tell us a little bit about ReTees. So it's ReTees. And how did you even come up with the idea of this?
Yeah. So ReTees began about 6 years ago while I was a sophomore at Florida Gulf Coast University. And this was during a part of my life where I was a bit lost. And one day I came across a post on social media that inspired me to go into the community and begin picking up trash. And then it quickly turned to a community-wide effort around FGCU. And at the time, I was taking a course called Social Entrepreneurship, where it was these people that were focused on altruistic behaviors. So doing something that's humanitarian and building a business around that. And so I was like, what if I could build a business around cleaning the environment? So went through a few different ideas, and I pitched the idea of golf tees to my friends and family, and they're like, this is a great idea. You should do it. So over last year, that's what we've been doing, is working on bringing this idea to life.
And this was just over the last year that you really started doing it?
Yeah.
We have some video from your Instagram, because your Instagram is ReTees, if you want to check him out. And you basically post all these videos of you going out into the community and you collect all this garbage. And I think I saw that you said so far to date you've collected over, was it 5,000 pounds?
Over 5,000 pounds and counting.
Wow. I mean, look at this is incredible to see someone young like yourself going out in the community and doing this necessary work to keep our environment clean. But you're not just cleaning up this garbage and then putting it in the trash. You're turning it into a golf tee. And you think about the popularity of golf and how many people golf. Right. I just think this is such an amazing innovation that you have discovered. But you're saying that it's not quite out there yet.
No.
Where are you at this point?
Right. So right here, we do have our prototypes. So this is 3D printed using recycled PLA, which is a byproduct of cornstarch and sugarcane. And then once we had these tees, we then took it to golf courses and driving ranges around the Tampa Bay area to test out with the local golfers.
Okay.
And the feedback that we received has been overwhelmingly positive. So very excited about this. And this is our starting point.
Okay.
Once we've been able to develop this concept, then we can really turn any product or turn litter into any product. So again, it can be ball markers, it can be cleats, it can be anything that you can think of.
So tell me what you're doing with all the trash that you have right now. I know you see all this stuff that you brought in for us. The trash that you have right now, it's not actually being turned into the tees yet?
Not just yet.
Is that accurate?
Correct.
Okay.
So we do have it stored and ready to go once we have our manufacturing equipment, but not just yet.
And tell me how you're getting sort of the word out for some of these cleanups, because I see that you're out here with groups of people, and how do you pick the location for where you're going?
Yeah. So I go on morning walks, and when I see a bunch of litter, I'm like, that's perfect. Let's do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you find that everywhere.
Yeah. It's a bit heartbreaking, but I think it also provides us with an opportunity to really make an impact.
That's amazing. So when you said that you tested this out with golfers, what is their reaction? We're talking about people who golf all the time, so
these are prototypes, so they're not as durable as the standard golf tees. Right. And what you have in your hand right here. Yeah. So this is essentially a product made from the manufacturing equipment that we're going to be using, and the same material. So it's going to be much more durable, like the standard golf tees. Mm-hmm. But when I mentioned the idea of what it is that we're doing, they light up with amazement and excitement. So I'm really excited for this next year.
I can tell. Big. I can feel your energy. And you were actually in here a few weeks ago with our etiquette expert, Patty, who's hysterical. And you just
She's
briefly,
amazing.
Yeah, you just briefly mentioned this to me, and I thought it was so amazing. What would you tell, I guess, maybe other young entrepreneurs about how you were able to kind of bring this to life? Because it's so close to becoming reality for you. Yeah. It took a while, right?
It did. I went through a few different ideas, and with the golf tees alone, I mean, the technology is not really there yet. We had to go to MP 2024, which was the largest plastic conference in the world, to discover the equipment that was available for us right now. And going back to your question of what would I say to young entrepreneurs that like want to start something,
Right.
it's find something that you believe in and go all in, because at the end of the day, there's no harm in going for it, because you'll learn so many things along the way. You can meet some amazing people. And then when you actually have the opportunity to bring your ideas to life, you get to reap the benefit of the fruits that you bared. It's been a very, very exciting journey, and we're just getting started.
You're just getting started at 26. Tell me about how you were able to make the connections and the networking that you needed in order to make this happen, right? Because you can't do it on your own.
No. So I've been going down to FGCU for the last 12 months and going through their Runway program, which is essentially an incubator for entrepreneurs, students, and alumni, where you can bring your ideas to life through the resources that they have at the school. And I've been going to the PGM program, meeting all the different professors and students there to test our ReTees, network within that facility. And then the entrepreneurship program has a bunch of professors who are also entrepreneurs. They have the 3D printing lab where we made our tees.
Wow.
And then we also are now in competition to receive funding for our product. So we're pitching January 18th down at FGCU. It is going to be an open auditorium. So if you want to come, you're invited.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me more about this program that's at FGCU. You're saying it's an incubator for entrepreneurs. So you basically go and they show you how to take your idea and turn it into something?
Yeah, so they have a step-by-step program where essentially you take the idea and then you test it out. You see what other companies are out there doing, what it is that you're trying to do. And then working on prototypes, working on a business model canvas, all these different frameworks to help really bring the idea to life. And then at the end of it, you have a 5-minute pitch, and based off of how many people are presenting, they have, I think it's like 25% that actually go on to the final round. So I was in that top 25%, and now we have the opportunity to pitch for funding.
Because I'm sure there are some people, maybe like myself, who think they have a great idea or invention, and then you show up and they're like, yeah, that's already, something's already out there like that, or it's not going to take off.
Yeah,
That's hard.
It is hard, and you're very vulnerable. Mm-hmm. You're putting yourself in a position to be criticized for your idea and told that it's not viable. It's not good enough. Oh. And I've gone through this program 3 times now. The first 2 times I didn't get funding. I didn't make it onto the final round. So
and you kept going?
I kept going. Yeah.
Good for you.
I believe in it.
That's awesome. It's such a great product, too. We're going to take a quick break, and we come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about ReTees and how you can get involved more in volunteerism and helping keep our planet clean. It's all good stuff. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Unscripted. We are hanging out with Nick Schmidt, who is a young entrepreneur. If you haven't heard of his golf tees yet, you will very soon, because he is close to launching them. It's called ReTees because they're golf tees made out of recyclable materials.
Made out of recycled litter.
Recycled litter. And is this just any litter, or does it have to be specific things? Like, does it have to be plastic?
Yes. So if you look at the recycling sign on any plastic material, like water bottle caps, it's going to have a symbol on it. Mm-hmm. It's number 2, which is high density polyethylene, and then number 5, which is polypropylene. So those are the only 2 materials that we can use as far as plastic goes for golf tees.
And then the other stuff?
Other stuff we can't really use for what it is that we're doing, but we are looking at other ways to be able to repurpose those products.
Like you were just telling me that your shirt is made out of recycled materials.
Yes. So this right here is made out of 12 recycled water bottles. Wow. And this is one of our partners. We're actually going to be selling these golf polos. And for each pack purchase of our golf tees or the recycled polos, we pledge to remove 2 pounds of litter from the environment to put towards the production of future golf tees.
I just think that your story is so incredible because you're doing good while also coming up with a great product. If you could just tell people again how you got into this. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. So, like I said, I was a bit lost when I first started this, and I was looking at ways to kind of do something selfless. And I came across a post on social media that inspired me to go out into the community and begin picking up trash. And then I was looking for ways to be able to build a business around doing good. And I fell in love with golf about 2 years ago. And I was like, why not golf tees?
Right. Why not?
I looked into the market. There was nothing for it. And I was like,
this is it.
Let's do it.
And you were saying, because we have some video of him out cleaning up trash just in the community. And you were saying that you sometimes just kind of recruit people that you find.
Yeah.
Tell me about the story of what you encountered in Newport Richey.
Yes. So this was about 3 years ago, and I was walking along, and I was visiting one of the rivers that me and my friends used to go to back when we were in high school. And as I was walking back there, I discovered all this litter that was on the ground. And as I continued to walk back into the forest, I discovered this like village of homeless people, and there was just trash everywhere. And one day I was at the gas station. I saw one of the guys I saw back there, and I was like, "Hey, like, do you live back in this area?" And he goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Would you be interested in helping me clean the environment back there? Because there's a ton of waste." And I was like, I'll pay you. I'll take you out to eat." And he's like, "Yeah." Like, told me a time and place. And so I went back there, met him up, and we spent about 2.5 hours just getting to know each other. And we picked up, I want to say it was close to 500 pounds of trash. It was quite gnarly. Yeah. And then we went out to Wendy's, and he's like, "I wasn't expecting to make a friend today." So it was a very special connection and a very, very special moment, this whole process.
And you were saying that you're trying to do that more.
Yeah.
That's so great. Tell us what that does for you, because obviously, that kind of gives you something, and we're at a time during the year, the holidays, when you talk about giving back. How special is that?
So for me, I believe that life is measured based off the impact that you have on the world around you, the people around you. And this is an opportunity for me to do just that, where I can make a difference in other people's lives and also build a business around it. Because at the end of the day, like, I want to be able to bring my ideas to life and do what I want to do. And this is a vessel to be able to do just that.
And you were saying that you are so close to this launching. For people who want to be on the lookout for this, when are we talking here? I know that you have found the company that's going to be making them, right?
So we found the company that has a small scale injection molding equipment to be able to make that.
Okay.
And then through one of our other strategic partnerships, they've already purchased the equipment outright for us to be able to start making our golf tees.
Wow.
And it should be ready to go by the end of January.
This is really soon.
Yes, about a month out.
Wow. So should we try to recruit some professional golfers to try these out?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So if you are a professional golfer, or maybe golf is your thing and you're constantly golfing, connect with Nick, try out these tees, and spread the word, because how great would that be if this takes off? Because you're also trying to do other things, right? It's not just the tees. In the future, you're hoping to add more to this.
Correct. So right here, we do have one of our prototypes. So next is going to get into ball markers, and we'll call them waste markers. So essentially taking the plastic waste that we're collecting, and then again, turn them into something like this, where you can mark your ball on the green. And then, we'll get into other products outside of just plastic, such as div repair tools, and then aluminum ball markers as well. So all the aluminum cans that you see on the ground, being able to turn that into new products as well.
I think that's so great, because, you think about the issue of trash in our environment. Yeah. I know there are a lot of groups right now who are cleaning it out of our oceans and turning it into things. And so you're working on turning it into something that people can use for golf. But then also we think about clothing and the clothing waste. And I know there's a lot of sort of trends right now towards people reusing and renting clothing and not buying so much, because we do just have so much waste out there. So I mean, who knows, this could be the start of other people wanting to jump on this and do more.
Absolutely. And that's where I want to take this, is being able to create this like launch pad for people to build something that they believe in while also doing something good. So whether it be clothing, taking old clothes and turn to new products, or it could be really anything. But I want us to be able to be that incubator for other entrepreneurs.
And that's great. If you guys are just joining us, Nick is just 26 years old. He actually works 2 other jobs while, pursuing this dream, which is about to become a reality. How do you do it? That's a lot at 26.
It is, but this is the life that I've dreamed of for myself for a very long time, and now I get to actually live it. This was the sacrifice that I made now, so that way when I'm older, I get to spend time with my family and have the life that I want.
You'll just be golfing every day.
I'll be golfing every day, making teas.
Yeah, making teas and other things.
Exactly.
We're going to take a quick break, and we'll have much more to come. More on how you can find these ReTees and learn more about his mission when we come back. Stay with us. Okay, well, this is for all of our golfers out there, and I know there are a lot of them because we live in Florida where you can golf year-round. My guest tonight, Nick Schmidt, he is 26 years old, and he is about to launch his invention, which is basically golf tees made of recycled plastic
Litter.
plastic litter. And so Nick goes around and he collects trash, and he's been doing this for over a year.
So I've actually been cleaning the environment for about 6 years now. But
Wow.
the idea of being able to turn it into new products has been over the last year.
About over a year. And so Nick has been doing this, working towards this amazing invention while also working 2 jobs. And you said that you actually have a really cool partnership coming up, an artist that's going to do something with some teas.
Yes. Shout out to Rojo, the artist. He's an amazing guy. He's got artwork all around Tampa. And what we did was we went to the Tampa Bay Downs and we collected about 1,000 golf tees, broken golf tees. And I also collected a used wooden pallet, which is going to be our canvas.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're turning that tees into artwork.
Wow.
So it's going to be a picture of a very famous golfer. He's on the Live Tour right now. And it's, I don't want to say too much because
It's a surprise.
it's a surprise.
It's
but
a surprise.
It's gonna be
And
very
this
cool.
this surprise is going to be happening towards the end of January when you're hoping to launch these teas, right?
Correct.
So this is a prototype. Let's show this. Let's show the people. This is his prototype, and he's got a company that he's going to be working with. And yeah, so the end of January, we're going to be able to see these. Will people be able to purchase these online, or what are you thinking?
Yes. So it's going to be on our website and then should be on Amazon as well.
What?
Yeah.
Nick, that's awesome.
Amazon. And then I'm also working, as you mentioned, I'm working 2 jobs right now. One of them being at the club at Cheval. I work at the front desk. So
Okay.
we'll be selling them there as well as a few other golf courses
Awesome.
around the Tampa area.
And I know you said that you actually brought these around to some golf courses because you wanted golfers to check them out. What'd they say?
Oh, they thought it was an amazing idea. They're like, there's no way. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So I'm very optimistic that this is going to be a huge hit. And then with what we're doing, since it's small scale injection molding, it creates this marble effect like you see here. So we can do custom
yeah.
colors. So let's say you're a Lightning fan, we can do white and blue. Or if you're a Bucks fan, then we can do black, red, and white.
Oh,
We get really cool with it. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. I mean, these are going to be great birthday presents, Christmas gifts for next year,
Father's Day.
Father's Day, which is actually great. Yeah, because that's going to be coming up right after your launch. Tell me about the journey that you've been on, because I know we were talking during the break just about how hard this is, because this is obviously your passion. I can tell how excited you are about it. That's what's kept you going, pushing this while also doing 2 jobs. What has that journey been like for maybe people who are watching and they're thinking, man, I have something that I'm passionate about, but I just don't know how I would be able to do that with everything else I've got going.
Yeah. So I've started multiple businesses before that have all failed at some point.
I love how you say that and you laugh. But that's how you learn.
Exactly.
Failure is the way to success.
Absolutely. And they become lessons.
Right.
It's something that you hear time and time again, but they truly do if you don't give up. And it might be you make a pivot over to something new,
Right.
but you leverage that experience into something new that you truly believe in. And this is just that for me. I've been fortunate enough to be able to find something that I really do see the potential for, because like I said, it's not just golf tees.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be able to do this for really any product. This is our starting point. We're testing the viability of this.
Right.
And then, again,
Where can
the
it go
sky's
from
the
here?
limit. Exactly.
Well, hopefully you guys will remember the name Nick Schmidt, because pretty soon you're going to be using these golf tees. We've been showing you videos from his Instagram of all the cleanups that he goes out and does in the community. And you said you have a partner with, what's the name of the group?
Keep America Beautiful.
Keep America Beautiful. And so they help you organize these cleanups, or how does that work?
So we've done work with them in the past where they'll send out emails to different people within their email list about the upcoming cleanups, or they might already have something set up that we work with them on. And then through there, we have different people that volunteer to do the cleanups. And then what we're getting ready to do is actually redirect the waste that they're collecting during the cleanups into our product line.
What?
Yeah, so it should be.
I mean, and that's going to be
really
a ton,
cool.
I'm sure. Working with an organization that big, you're going to have a lot of trash.
Yeah, so we're gonna start here in the Tampa Bay area, also in Pinellas, and then once we're able to like really establish the circular economy there, then it's expanding across the rest of the nation.
How can people get involved? Like, is there somewhere they could go to sign up to be a part of these cleanups?
Yeah, go check out Keep Tampa Bay Beautiful, Keep Pinellas Beautiful, and then soon you can go to ReTees.com and be able to sign up for the cleanups.
For those cleanups, and then you could actually find the trash and clean up the trash that then becomes the tea that you use.
Yes, and eventually they'll be able to send the teas back to us so that we can make more teas with those teas.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Again, where you can find Nick, he is on social media. We've got it up right here. ReTees, so Recycled Teas Golf on Instagram, and then TikTok is ReTees_golf. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is really, really special.
I appreciate it.
What are your inspiring words for the young entrepreneurs? Because you're almost there.
I appreciate that. It feels like we're just getting started. But the biggest thing that I would say is just try. Just do it. You'll learn. And don't give up. Every opportunity that you meet somebody is an opportunity for you to open a door that's going to take you places that you've dreamed of.
Awesome, Nick. Oh, such a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for coming on the show the day
course.
after
Thanks for having me.
Christmas. You can check this out on our Fox Local app. It'll also be on fox13news.com. And look out for these. You'll see them soon. Have a
Coming
great
soon.
night.